be preventative, if you will, and move your stuff.
Man.
Yes.
I hope that's just done in low-lying areas.
Well, I mean, some of the rain has come down rather fiercely, torrentially, if you will. By the way, that's the voice of Henry Hank Green. He's the co-host and executive producer of the show program. He was walking our first hour guests out of the studio. We were talking with Colin Bell. That was very interesting discussion, Hank. I mean, you had about 6, 7, 8, 9 more questions that you had lined up for him.
That's all right. He seemed to be. I like that he's a young man.
Yes.
And
very, he just well thought out. I mean, his plans are well thought out. I think that people need to give him serious consideration.
We have to really start. We just was talking about grassroots and building it up. Our young men and women that want to participate in politics and want to do something for their community, for their state, for their county, for their country. And so that's very important that we start doing those particular things and grooming around here and trying to make sure that we have good, smart people that's able to step in the shoes as, different people move on.
That's right.
Like he's doing with Mr. Whalen.
Absolutely.
Or trying to do,
And we wish him the best. Hey, listen, we want to do a little house cleaning. We want to say congratulations to J.J. Williams overseeing that Summer League championship. I went there over at MLK, I think it was on a Tuesday or so. Last Tuesday.
Yes.
And wow, I would have liked to have seen a few more adults, but it was crowded. But they had the teens and others there. But I would have liked to have seen a few more adults. Now, I will tell you that a lot of the politicos were in there, and that was fascinating.
The politicos?
That was fascinating. Oh, Hank, you know me. I was in my glory. I was over there watching everybody who was sniping at each, and oh, boy.
So that was interesting.
Oh, boy.
So you can cut the tension with the butter, with a knife.
Yes, you could, boy. I'm telling you. But JJ did a good job trying to, make it non-political. And quite frankly, you could even see some of the people who were being political trying not to be political, but they've already said things and, people feel certain things about them. So, it didn't really work out as best that it could. But I will tell you that it was nice to see all of those people supporting these kids. Fantastic games. AC Powell, which was in the younger what is it? The younger division and the older division. They won both.
Yes. I just want to make an announcement. Next week's guest will be Steve Young. He'll be doing Steve Young.
Do I know him?
Yes, you do.
Yes, I do.
They'll be doing the Kentucky Avenue Renaissance.
Got to be the 4th, 5th, 6th year or something like that. And listen, I want to just tell you
August
that
5th.
He is so focused on making sure that the Kentucky Avenue Renaissance is something that people not only come out to have a good time about, but understand why he's trying to bring you out to this location. You have to remember that this was almost the heartbeat of the African American entertainment world. Back in the day, this is where the Club Harlem was, and various eateries that were in support of the Club Harlem and the Wonder Garden. And so, he's trying to get people to understand. That's right.
The history. He's going to have some entertainers that's going to be there, vendors. And again, if you are a vendor, he still have vending opportunities open on August 5th for you to come out there and sell your products. So please reach out to Steve Young. He should be able to, contact him through me. 609-453-8166.
Oh, you're
609-453-8166 if you're interested in vending. And we make sure we get you a table on the spot set up out there.
Hank, boy, these guys better love you, man.
You do. That's Steve Young. That's my man.
That's right.
I don't know no one that really comes out and works as hard in the community and gives up himself. I don't know, how he does it. He's trying to put these things together with a limited fund. He's going out to CRETA. He's going out to different companies, going to the casinos to try to get help, to try to make this happen, try to create and reinvent our history. You see that our history is going back in Atlantic City. Mm-hmm. We have a lot of things going on, all these events going on the beach. We no longer have things going on in the Garden Basin and things like that. So we're trying to keep some of our history on the north side by having the Kentucky Avenue Renaissance go on. And we could use your support. If you're somebody who has a business or an opportunity, please reach out to me. And we, if you like a vending opportunities, there's going to be a lot of folks there. You should be able to make a lot of money, and it's going to be a very nice day. You're going to see a lot of great things, a lot of great people.
What's the date again?
August 5th. And I have my table out
that's
there
coming
also.
up. Okay, that's coming up. That's next week, I think.
Next
week. We are looking forward to having a discussion with Steve. And, of course, even though he's going to be here to talk about the Kentucky Avenue Renaissance, he's also going to give us the latest on what we might be able to do to not only support that, but the other efforts to allow Atlantic City to continue in its growth. Now, we're talking about entertainment, and this just happens to tie in. We do know that the city of Atlantic City, the Don Guardian administration, had 6,000 tickets that they were giving away for that Rough Rider concert. They gave them away over maybe 2-3 days. Seems to be relatively orderly, but there were some questions about the processing and why the amount, which was suspicious to me, because it was 6,000 and we have 6 wards. I was wondering why we didn't have each ward get 1,000 tickets, but I digress. But I was just wondering about that. And then when people were in line, they were making copies of their ID. And there were some, especially political type people, who were saying, look, this is some kind of database creational thing that was going to assist Don Guardian in his efforts for re-election. So no one would address any of these issues, but I do know that some people, including yourself, Hank, try to encourage people not to allow that to happen. But we also heard that those people who would not allow that to happen were not given the tickets. Do you have any update on any of that?
I don't have any updates on that, but I don't understand why that was necessary in order to get these particular tickets. If you had ID in order to show that you were residents of Atlantic City, why did they need to copy and have you on file?
Mm-hmm.
And again, they're probably going to say that they want people to double back. Then you needed to have a different type of system where you wrote down these people's name then or something like that. And but for you to take a copy of their ID and their address and things like that, it is political season right now, and I personally think that they're taking advantage of the constituents, the African American constituents, and the social economics and how they are, and they know how to go at them and giving them crumbs and little things like a ticket to a Rough Rider event in order to get them in and Xerox their stuff and then have that and be able to make sure they mail in their information for election time directly to these individuals that they're catering to. And maybe possibly these people think that they've done some great thing because they gave them a ticket to a Rough Rider concert or something like that, like they're helping them with their poverty situation and their eating situation and their job situation and all these other important things that's going on. And I found it ironic that while all these, and this goes bad for the people and for the city, because I feel like the city understands and know that the mentality of the people are like this. And yet at the same time they're giving out Rough Rider tickets, Local 54 is giving out AC Helping Hand forms for intake to help people pay their electric bills, $200. And where's the line in the information on social media and in the newspaper and all these different things for something like that that's tangible that they can help people, but yet you're publicizing all of this mess like this to give away tickets for a show.
Even though I was up for the job, Hank, as you know, I would have probably done the job for no money. I wanted to make sure that our community had information. And I just don't understand how any administration, not just this one, but any administration wouldn't have a public information officer and an office of public information where you can call and get some rudimentary information when you hear a rumor or when you have heard, something from a friend who says, go to this location and you're going to get these things. There should be a way of getting that confirmed, denied, without it being something that people sit around, no, you call, no, you call, no, you call. And then worry about whether or not you're going to be received in a professional and courteous manner.
Well, I thought it was disrespectful that they would put something like that ahead of having this type of information available. Even if you have those people coming in there for something like that, why wouldn't this be something you have on the side also to get to them tangible while you're bringing them in there, while you're trying to suck them in to get those votes? Give them something tangible.
That's right.
Give them something that's going to help them and benefit them.
It would have lessened the stinky smell of what was being done if that was.
But I feel like what they were doing is taking advantage of these particular people and these particular mentality of the people. And why didn't they? Where was the 6,000 tickets for Pink? You know, because those weren't black, those were Pink's a white woman, and I guess these black folks, you know what I mean, they wouldn't cater to Pink to go to Pink, but black folks like Pink too.
Absolutely. You know, would have seen the same lines.
You could have gave out 6,000. Where the 6,000 tickets for that?
Yes.
You know what I mean? Or in the newspaper that you're giving out 6,000 Pink tickets, or you're giving out something that's worth something to people. You know, and you're going to see a lot of this, a lot of hot dogs and hamburgers given out to people. You know,
I'll get you with a sub.
But what I know about my people in my community, they just come to eat. They could care less about who the vote or thinking about who you want to vote for. I know this because I've been out there. I've done this stuff. Yes. They don't care about that. I just want this hot dog right now, this hamburger you giving me right now. I'm going to vote for who's really going to, if I'm going to vote at all.
927-1100 is the number to call. We're kind of wide open for this hour. We thought we had a guest. We had talked about it last week and all of that sort of thing, but I will tell you that this young lady was extremely busy, and she's dealing with quite a few issues. So we didn't get a chance to confirm her appearance this week, so now our 9 o'clock hour is kind of wide open.
And I just want to give the information again. It's ACE Helping Hands. It's an intake form that I got. It was from Local 54. If you have some more information, you can call Local 54, or you can call this number 1-866-657-4273. They might be still doing some of these intakes for your electric bill. They can give that $200 to help out a lot of people.
And rumors have it that there are going to be some subsequent other programs that will help with other utilities and maybe even some other things that would just be so needed inside the community of Atlantic City. So keep an eye and an ear open because, as we go through the rest of this year, there may be other programs that you should be taking advantage of. Once again, we need to have a place where you can just call and find out these things.
If you can call, or like one of the things that that I continue to talk about and that I will initiate or put in effect eventually, we will have this in Atlantic City, billboards in each community with information on where they can reach anything, hotlines for addiction, for mental health,
job training,
anything that you need that we say that we do in this particular county that's servicing the community. There should be places and information that are legit numbers, because there's a lot of places that say they do a lot of stuff around here and the numbers aren't legit. They don't do anything for people in those, they send you and refer you to somewhere else. And so we wanted those legit numbers where people are really there and programs are really there to support and initiate and help the community. And there's a lot of people in poverty and a lot of people that need a lot of help, and they don't know which way to go and where the information is. And we talk about you should have came to City Hall. Everything's not at City Hall where people understand and know where to go and know where to look at it. This information should be applied not just on the internet, but within these communities, because we have to meet people where people are at.
And don't forget, City Hall is not always the most inviting place. So a lot of people who are dealing with all kinds of issues would be reticent about going to the City Hall. And quite frankly, if they had a way of calling and having a friendly voice telling them, look, you don't have to worry about this, just come and take care of the particular issues that you have to take care of, maybe that would go a long way towards increasing the impact that programs like this would have. Because as Hank and I were walking out of the City Hall, now, Hank is in a different mode than I am, but he was making sure that everyone in that line was aware that there was a program ongoing that they should be at least considering taking advantage of. And we had some people, political type people, who were observing Hank do this, and they would pull me to the side and they say, man, your guy is on top of this. He's making sure these people have this information out here. And quite frankly, he has no horse in this race. He just wants to make sure that the constituency knows that there are all kinds of opportunities, and this is one that is a little more important than, for Rough Rider tickets. And, this can go a long way to reducing the actual income responsibilities of in people's homes.
Yes. I just try to people taking advantage of the people in our community and abusing them, and the tactics that they use are so belittling and demeaning. And to have also watch African Americans do the same thing year after year and abuse their own community, abuse their own people, and subject them to the small-mindedness that they do and how they try to take advantage of them and use them. And it's just horrible. And, I'm a I'm going to end on that note because I have another message right here now. Free and open to all Atlantic County people. Job fair, Saturday, July 29th, 1 to 3 p.m. Phone number 609-652-0230. Bring a resume.
Where's this going to be?
It's going to be at the New Day Family Success Center.
Where's that?
624 South New York Road, Galloway. Oh, man. Excuse me. Yeah, you can do that.
All right, so it's a job fair. It says Saturday, July 29th from 1 to 3 p.m. Pre-registration is easy. Thank you, Renee. All you have to do is call 609-652-0230. But since this is tomorrow, gang, just get your resume together, get yourself all spruced up and looking right. Start thinking about what you want to say when someone is asking you, now, what can you do for my business? What can you do for my company? Get yourself ready, go on down there and get yourself a job because this is what we are all about. They have some employers like Wawa. We have the Bagel Gourmet. We have Seaview Country Club, Transamerica. We have Wikers Realtors. We have Hawks Janitorial Service. We have Kelsey and Kim's Southern Cafe and Stockton University, just to name a few. And so get yourself on out there. Make sure you bring your resume. Make sure you dress properly because I've gone to a few of these things. And quite frankly, some people just roll out of bed and say, look, I'm going to go. And I can tell, my better half that, yeah, I went and applied. No! Get the job. Do the things that you got to do. You know how to do this stuff. Are you selling yourself or are you selling the fact that you went and tried to, get something to give you another few days where you didn't have to get a job? Get a job. All right, I digress. 927-1100 is the number to call.
That program right there that you keep talking about that you keep fessing up on, Kev. You got that on down pat, bud. Down pat.
Hey, listen, much more of the Kevin Hall Show program with Kevin, Hank, and Nick is coming up in just a few moments live from the WOND Manco and Manco studio. Manco and Manco is the first and last name in pizza. Much more coming your way right here on
News Talk 1400 WOND.
Good job, Hank.
South Jersey's News Talk 1400 WOND.
Thomas Heist is here to earn your trust. We're confident you'll benefit from us. Our focus is on people for business and family. You'll like the way we do business. Thomas Heist Insurance Agency.
What? Actual walking distance?
Did you know that bundling your policies may save you money? Ask about discounts for combining your home and auto policies and other discounts that you may qualify for. Saving you time and money is our priority. Call us today. I'm Tom Heist, and you'll like the way we do business.
You'll like the way we do business. Thomas Heist Insurance Agency.
I got you scared when I said congratulations.
And this year will be bigger than ever. The Gator, the big boss, the big concert, Jerry Knight, inviting you to make new memories this weekend at Amherst and Madison Avenue. We'll open up our doors Friday and Saturday at 4 o'clock with our happy hour and food from Linda's Kitchen. And we go live at 7 right here on Cool 98.3. Memories is the hottest thing in all of South Jersey. So remember to make
Oh man, I told him to hold that
Amherst and